there are many incredible scientists out there in the US, all over the world, who have so many good ideas, and they have so many talented junior staff members who would like to continue doing science, but they can't because there's not enough grant funding. There's not enough funding available for them. So they have to go do something else entirely and work in a different industry or whatever. There's a brain drain. We're losing scientists who have been trained for 10 years at a time in a very specific area. We're losing them for them to go work on Wall Street or in crypto or something like that, right? So that's a huge waste. So we need to try to retain all of the best talent and attract better talent into the sciences. And one way to do this is to make grant funding more readily available. And one way to do this is sort of an evergreen type structure for particular labs. So suppose there's a lab who has a great track record of developing new medicines, and they are tired of having to apply to the NIH year in and year out, not knowing whether they're going to get funding, and there's being a lot of internal politics at these grant funding bodies and so on. What if they could just issue a token that would grant investors upside in all of the assets, all of the patents and intellectual property that emanates from that lab for a long period of time, say 10, 15 years at a time. And it would be attached to royalties, single-digit royalties for all of the contributors. I personally know of dozens of labs that I would love to be able to invest in their IP and sort of have an index fund, like an ETF exposure to all of the IP coming out of that lab. And it would be appreciated by academics because they don't have to waste all of this time applying for grants, and it'd be appreciated by universities because they know they would have consistent income, and it would give the academics freedom to pursue their interests as they change. Whereas with grants from the NIH, you're kind of locked in for a couple of years to work on something. And that's not how science works. Science, you have to follow your intuitions, and plans change very rapidly. So this evergreen structure could allow labs to sort of be liberated from a lot of the bureaucracy and allow the general public and many different participants and also industry players to have long-term exposure and upside from the assets coming out of these labs.